Squad's Rants on Star Wars. Today, and yes, this is on Star Wars. Today, let's talk about a pretty interesting leak for Star Wars Episode 9. This involves an old villain showing back up. This is an article from We've Got This Covered. And by the way, this article has been echoed on some larger websites as well. Esquire, even Newsweek has an article about this. New Star Wars Episode 9 rumor teases the return of the Emperor. While the story of the latest Star Wars episodes has largely moved on from the conflict between the Rebellion and the Empire, the antagonist of the original trilogy still cast a definite shadow on the events of the new movies, and according to one rumor, the upcoming Star Wars Episode 9 could have a callback planned in the form of an old villain's return. Reports of a newly leaked scene description in which Kylo Ren wanders through a jungle planet, which we, by the way, have seen set photos of already on a previous video. It said that the son of Solo cuts through a blast door with his lightsaber to what appears to be a vault. According to this rumor, Kylo then holds up a square object that projects the image of none other than Emperor Palpatine, who shows the young Supreme Leader, quote, blueprints or plans that could be a new weapon. Good God, please don't be another Death Star. Obviously, none of this should be taken too seriously until we have further evidence. But this all seems rather plausible at this stage. While Kylo has tried to model himself on his grandfather Vader, the First Order essentially stands as one big homage to the Empire as a whole. So it only figures that these latest villains will look for inspiration from the old team. What's more, this rumor slots in well with the previous report that Kylo will be seen piloting the Millennium Falcon, which a recent set pic suggests could be visiting the... So what do we think about this, Rogue Squadron? I do find it extremely interesting that Palpatine could show back up in this movie. I think we suspected he probably would. I'm a little concerned about Kylo Ren piloting the Millennium Falcon. That raises some concern for me about the future of the Falcon. Essentially, you know, what's going to become of the Falcon, maybe. But I will say this. Palpatine somehow pulling the strings on this whole thing again is ultimately interesting. To know he had a backup plan if he was to have died, I find very interesting. I still would love to see Rey be a clone of Palpatine. I think that is, again, a clone of Palpatine that has been fed subconsciously all this training, all this skill. You know, as she sleeps, she's devouring information that has been passed on because of her being a clone. I think it's the most reasonable and interesting explanation as to why she is so good at everything. Granddaughter of Kenobi is great, and that's, I would be okay with that, except you're still left with the angle of why is Rey so good at everything. I don't think even a Kenobi lineage necessarily gives them an automatic out on that. But Palpatine would certainly go a long way, and would explain why she seems to be so powerful. As far as Kylo, you know, who knows if he wants to take orders from the Emperor? Who knows how he feels about the Emperor? I still think if they want to be super daring, they would have Kylo turn to the light side and have Rey full-blown dark side turn in the third act as the direct descendant / clone of Palpatine. And that would feel surprising and powerful, and I think it could go a long way for this story, you know. Maybe it'd be the ultimate heel turn, and possibly some member of the rebellion could be sacrificed when she makes that turn and surprise everybody, you know. We will find out. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Join the Road Squadron. Peace. I'm out. Until next time.